Environment experts have asked the government to effectively implement the climate change mitigation programs to address the increasing cases of encroachment on Uganda's ecosystem. The increasing in flooding incidents has seen properties destroyed, roads damaged, and people displaced. Now experts have warned that Uganda stands to experience more flooding if the government does not protect wetlands that act as water absorbers to prevent floods. Dr. Daniel Dumba, a lecturer of climatic science at Makerere University, says the rapid population growth has triggered urbanization, leaving the formerly forested hills destroyed and wetlands encroached upon, which has led to constant flooding in Ikamba.
Water is flowing at a high speed, taking up border people, taking up people moving on foot because there is nothing to check it.
Drake Muhwes, a senior lecturer at Makerere University, Department of Geography and Climatic Science, says floods have been experienced in different regions of the country, cutting off roads, destroying properties, and displacing people, attributing this to interference with the ecosystem.
So if I'm to talk about Katonga, for example, as a basin, I must look at where River Katonga starts from and where it is going. The problem may not be where it is going. The problem might even be where the river is coming from. So what does that mean? The activities, human activities, that are taking place where a river is coming from might also be contributing a lot to flooding in the lower areas. For example, if the landscape is degraded, then it allows for water to flow freely from where it is coming from. But downstream also, the water might be blocked. Like they are saying, maybe rice growing is blocking the water, or sand mining is blocking the water. Yeah, that might be true. But why does all that water also come at once? It means there is a problem where the water is coming from, and there is a problem where the water is flooding. It shouldn't be a blame game of only one side.
The consistent flooding has become endemic in the Renzo region, mostly in the districts of Toronko and Alberta and Graben. Some of these areas have experienced an increase in rainfall, forcing rivers to swell, burst their banks. Roger Buwenji, an officer at the National Association of Professional Environmentalists, believes that Uganda will experience more disasters if government does not hasten climate change mitigation measures to deter people from encroaching on the catchment areas.
If we can put this issue of Katonga side, just in the recent years, you had flooding around Kampala here, where most of the roads leading to the airport were cut off. You heard about moving islands that they are blocking the river Nile. An island, a swampy island, just moves off and goes and blocks the Nile waters near where we are having dams, causing flooding and commotion in the country. Just take the Bwerenga route, enter the Bwerenga estate, you will find 95% of now that Rutembe wetland is almost gone because of flower farms by Rosebud Flowers. Inawataka wetland is almost gone. Go to sides of Bugorobi. The whole Rugwera wetland has been eaten up by that rice project. Water is flowing freely, or the blankets, or the filters, the natural filters that are supposed to control these waters from mountains, from streams, have been eaten up by either commercial agriculture or wetland developers. And
the Executive Director of Food Rights Alliance, Agnes Chirabo, decries the poor implementation of environmental laws, saying the practice has promoted the encroachment on wetlands in the country. She advises that government should harness the opportunities brought about by climate change by building resilience, quickening the process of production to ensure that farmers maximize their little rains that comes.
We invest and then harvest the waters, like the rains that we've just had in this season. They are all flowing through Karamoja. And then the next day we are going to talk about Karamoja, how it is semi-arid. When we didn't do anything, when we get more rains than we are expecting in a season, that's a good thing. And I'm telling you, other people are investing and they are leveraging on that.
However, the Director of Water and Environment at the Ministry of Water and Environment, Mugisha Shiringi, has dismissed accusations that the sand mining and rice growing caused water overflow along Katonga River, saying this was caused by heavy rains.
Katonga River provides water to both Luera and the Katonga Bridge itself. The main Katonga River continues through the bridge and the tributary goes to Luera ecosystem. Okay? They both receive from the same source. Now, what caused the wash away of Katonga Bridge was water from upstream that came at a higher speed with debris that resulted in the wash away of the bridge. Rainfall has more than doubled. So the water from precipitation increased on what could have caused the immediate build-up of the water upstream to destroy Katonga Bridge is what is being investigated. However, we've seen water also now reaching Luera. Can we say sand mining and rice growing in Luera caused the water build-up to wash away Katonga Bridge? Scientifically, no.
The Minister of Water and Environment, Sam Cheptori, says they have developed a comprehensive plan to address the issues of poor implementation of environmental laws.
For instance, when it comes to forestry, we have 506 central forest reserves, but we have 206 environmental police personnel who are supposed reserves dotted across the country. We have wetlands all over Uganda, and these 206 environmental police are supposed to police all these wetlands in the country. We have made it very clear, we have come up with the recommendations. We should have our own police force, our own protection force.
The World Bank predicts that some 86 million people in Africa might be forced to migrate within their own countries if no concrete climate and development action is taken. For UBC News Hour, I am Annette Namobiru reporting.